I did not realize it's already been 10 minutes since I started. I'm not gonna lie. I was making sure everything was set up perfectly to my knowledge, since I've never really streamed on YouTube. So I had to figure out a thumbnail and everything that was under 2 megabytes, which was fun. I didn't realize there was a limit to that. Anyway, hello. It's been a while since I've streamed. Fuck you, Jelly. It's been about 2 years since I've streamed consistently. I've had to take a pretty long break, and in that time I've kind of moved from character to character until I got to who I am now. I'm just noticing the chat's not showing up. How dare you? The scuff is already starting. And I thought I finished everything just fine. I will have to mess with that later. I'm not gonna fix that. I'm not gonna fix anything right now. Oh no, there it is. That took a fucking while. Okay, maybe I did do it right then. Why is it such latency on the chat? I don't know why. It's pretty interesting. I'm gonna have to ask on Twitter if you guys even like the assets I've pretty much made myself. How long is the chat delay? Very long. Very long. Let's say 12 minutes and 40 seconds since the stream started. Oh wait, now it pops up just fine. How dare you? It was like a solid minute before I saw your first message. That was how long it took. But now it's just like popping up naturally. But I'm gonna have to post my assets and everything because I made them myself. They were one of the few things I actually did myself for this, other than the slideshow. All the character stuff is. I'll time it. I didn't even look when that popped up. All the character stuff definitely not drawn by me. I haven't done character art in years, so I did not attempt to make my own character. I'm gonna, let's see. I'm gonna move to the slideshow right now because yeah, okay, there it is. That took almost a minute. I'll have to check the latency on the actual like stream chat itself from on my side, because I can read it in the actual chat just fine, then it pops up on my screen way later. It could be that it's set that way. Again, like I was a Twitch streamer before this, so it was like almost instant for me. And YouTube is a bit different with how they set things up. Anywho, I'm gonna move to the slideshow now. Should be this one, right? Yeah. As you could tell, my name is Yuki Oroko. No kanji or anything. I got a logo commissioned, but it's not done yet. They said it'll be done like Sunday, but I haven't gotten it yet, so I had to make this without it. But as many of you could have seen from me just posting, especially on Twitter or just of your friends of mine, I'm a dragon. I may not have exactly all the characteristics of one, but I am. And I had this cool little fucking baby on my shoulder. Isn't she adorable? She's great. Yeah, there it is. Cool fucking baby. Love her. She's great. My height is 175 centimeters, or about 5'7" in American terms. Somewhat tall, but not the tallest. I'm not one to be excessive with height or not. I don't really mind. My birthday is February 15th, or discount chocolate day. As soon as it hits 15th, everything's discount, so it's great. It's really great. My primary language is English, but I'm learning a few other ones right now. I have some family that really want me to learn Japanese so I can talk to my relatives. Yeah, most of them can't really speak English. I've kind of found that out recently. Most of them can't speak English at all. The color code is really just what I think is one of my favorite colors of blue. It's not primarily used in my actual character very much, since it is more of a light blue, I would say. It doesn't really pop too much comparative to like a white color. So we had to change a few things. If you're wondering what the little black bar is, you don't get to see my feet yet. No, you don't get to see my feet yet. Moving on, I think it's just this one. No, this one. Okay, maybe it's not that at all. There we go. As for my likes, of course, sleeping. Love sleeping. If any of you were actually people that watched or were my friends back when I was streaming, some of you might recognize the little character there. That was what I would be like. That was my first PNG tuber, a little chibi boy. You might not see very much of him at coming up here, as I'm probably going to be using this model, but I am not against seeing about getting this remade or just using this again, because it is one of my favorite things that I was given. This is actually when I was really into going back and playing all the Switch games I have piled up. Like, before I stopped, I think I would do like weekly like backlog streams where I would just play a game for like 2-3 hours or more, just trying to get through it. So of course I have my little Switch there. The cat's name actually was Taco when this was made. He's not a specific breed or anything, it's just a white poofy cat. He likes watching games. Moving on back to the likes, obviously anime and manga. I love anime and manga. It's one of my favorite things to watch, read. I would consider adding light novels, but they're kind of similar in some respects. But I only own, I think, one series of light novels, so I'm not going to say they're my one of my favorite things or added to the list right now. I could have added a like separate thing for foods, but I decided just to go for a simple list for this. Katsu, curry, and yakisoba are one of my favorite things to actually like make and eat. They're absolutely amazing. Obviously, you can't have it every day. I wish I could. I just can't. It is, God, it is my favorite food right now, like honestly. Um I like learning new things as well. Um like currently I'm learning programming in school. I'm taking courses to learn programming. I am also, of course, like I said, I'm learning Japanese since most of my family can't actually speak English or has little understanding, so I'm trying to learn a bit more so I can actually talk to my family. But I like picking up and learning new things, especially in games. I'm very like diligent in learning things. I will learn mechanics very fast from what I can understand as being fast. Moving on. Blue things. I don't know if it was obvious or not, but I absolutely love blue things. Everything is blue besides the yellow. and we'll get to the yellow portion in the future. That's something for a later date. Favorite weather by far, winter. I hate the summer, which you're gonna go see my dislikes coming up here. I hate summer. I love the cold. It is my favorite time of the year. The chances of snow or just maybe rain are very high, especially where I live, and I love it. It's one of my favorite times. Of course, cats are also there. It's very evident I like cats, considering one of my old little PNGs there has a cat as one of the centerpieces to the whole thing. Yeah, cooking. I love cooking. It's one of my favorite things to do. Of course, I've learned Japanese cooking way more than anything else, other than Italian, ironically. So Japanese and Italian are my two top cooking styles, I should say. I can learn a lot of other cooking recipes and whatnot. It's just a matter if I'm making the right portion sizes. I'm so used to cooking for 6-8 people that I always make way too much. I mean, we have leftovers for almost a week. But yeah, that's a majority of my likes, honestly. Obviously, you guys will learn a bit more about me as I continue to stream. But like I said, I'm in school, so it's gonna be kind of on and off. Luckily, right now, I only have a few classes, and they should be ending in the next few months until the next semester, which might lessen my streaming days. But I am going to try picking it back up and keep going with it because I did really enjoy it when I was streaming on Twitch. Now we're on dislikes. If we put our attention to a little post-it there, I don't have my horns. This was a while ago, but I thought it would fit here because it looks so great. I love it. I should have added in my likes that I like sticky notes. I have sticky notes everywhere on my desk right now. I am not kidding. I write down things and I just leave them all over my desk. I have so many things, especially for my math class, Which, if you're looking at the list, you can definitely see I dislike math. I hate it, but I have to take the class. But going down the list is mushrooms. I can't eat mushrooms. I hate it. I absolutely hate mushrooms. I've tried so many of them, I just can't. I even taste them in other dishes where people try to hide it. I can taste it. I hate mushrooms. Like I said in the previous slide too, hate summer. Where I live right now, summers can get up to like maybe 110 degrees. It is horrible. I can't do it. I hate it. I cease to function almost completely. Spicy foods as well. I will eat spicy food because I'm not one to waste food, but I hate it. I can't handle spicy food at all. No. My parents love giving me spicy things, especially like ghost pepper jerky. They just give it to me without telling me what it is sometimes. I hate it. I really do hate it. Most fish. I'm well known among my friends to really dislike fish. I can't really eat it. But I have started eating more salmon, which I'm more or less on the fence. I like it, but I don't like it. It's kind of that thing. It depends, like, of course, how it was cooked and if it has that weird taste to it that most fish get. But I hate most fish. I really do. It's just a flavor I can't get by. Getting lost. I hate getting lost. I'm very bad with directions, because when people are asking for directions, I usually kind of have a small freak out and say you need to turn right when they need to turn left. So I hate getting lost. I hate giving directions, anything like that. I just can't do it. It's like I learn where to go by just memorizing the streets and not the names at all. Do not bring up the crab gang. It's been almost 3 years, please. I don't need to remember the crab. Hats. Obviously with the horns, can't wear hats. My hair, also, it does not fit with hats. It's just one of those things that they don't fit on my head. It doesn't matter. Like, I can wear beanies, but I just it's weird. Little holes in the beanies too because of the horns. It's a whole thing. Crab will never forgive you. The crab is no longer with us. Like I said earlier too, math. Hate it, but I gotta do it. Yeah, it sucks. I hate it, but I gotta do it. It's and last thing on the list, raw tomato. I love cooked tomato, but I hate it when it's raw. It's just such a gross, weird taste. I can't get by it. I hate it. I absolutely hate it. But when it's cooked, I love it. I love, like, marinara sauce. I love pasta sauce. I love all of that stuff. But I can't eat it raw. I didn't put it on here, but same with onion. I love cooked onion, but I can't eat raw onion. It is, oh, it is something I will never do. Next slide. Anime manga. I wouldn't say my list for anime manga is the greatest, but it is some of the ones I enjoy the most. Obviously top of the list is Bleach. I've loved Bleach since I started watching anime way back when it was on Toonami. That's when I first started watching Bleach, to the point where I started reading the manga just to get to the ending of Bleach, and I was ecstatic to actually watch the new season earlier this year. Or was it last year? I think it was this year. I'm already forgetting. But yeah, I wouldn't say it's the best list, but it's some of my top ones. I can't really say what my favorite type of manga or anime is because I'm all over the place. Like, I like some isekai, but there's so many of them that are just really bad that I actively don't really watch them because of it. So it's just, yeah, it's hard to find good like actual anime that's not just isekai these days. But there are a few that are coming out, and you'll hear me rant about anime coming out, especially when the next season's announced. I get into the weird mood where I just learn what is coming out and what's going on in that kind of scene. So yeah, we'll see how we react to the next season. Games and music. Obviously Elden Ring. I played that game as soon as it came out, straight 200 hours. Only game I played when it came out. It's actually almost 100% complete. I just have to beat it one more time to actually get 100%. And especially with the new DLC announced, well, we might be seeing a lot of that going on pretty soon here. Final Fantasy 14. Yeah, I've been playing that game since December now. Like, well, obviously I've had an accounts way back when. I joined back when Heaven's Ward was new. So I've played the game before. It's just I got back into it in December, and I've been playing it since. I just beat Endwalker, so I moved on to the patches for that now. But I do play that game near daily, to the point where I'm sometimes I don't know what to do. Moving on, Apex. I used to play that game a lot too. We got really good at playing Apex, so we got into like really high level lobbies, and now I feel like if I go back, I am going to be absolute trash. I don't think I have the muscle memory for it anymore. I just had the muscle memory for Final Fantasy 14. That is the honest truth. But I do want to get back and play Apex more, because I liked it, but it was, yeah, I'm gonna be trash when I get back into playing it. I'm so used to playing Final Fantasy 14 right now. Hades, another one that I'm probably gonna be pretty bad at because I haven't played it in a while, but it is one of my favorite indie games. And I'm very excited for the new one coming out here, I think this year, if I remember correctly. Can't wait for that. Obviously Minecraft. I think everyone at this point plays Minecraft at some point. Again, if you remember what I streamed back when I was in Twitch, or if you're my friends, I do a lot of modded content. I make myself mod packs to mess around with, and I don't really do a lot of vanilla anymore. I've gotten really into doing plugins on servers or doing modded servers and anything like that. But I'm not against playing like regular Minecraft, but I usually play with like texture packs or shaders. I can't go back to just regular Minecraft. It just feels so bland to me. Looks wise, I should say. I can play it just fine. The looks of it looks so bland without the texture pack and shaders. Callisto Protocol. It kind of got squished a little bit. I'm now realizing that, but I did enjoy it. It wasn't a game for everyone when it came out, but I really enjoyed it. I might play it over again because I played it straight. It only took me 15 hours to actually beat it. It was not a long story, but they've had a lot of updates since I played it, so I'm expecting a bit more, and maybe the challenging area, because I did play on the highest difficulty. Yeah, if I'm streaming a game to my friends, I can't play on normal. They will make me play on highest difficulty. That also goes for Ghost of Tsushima. I love that game. It is so fun. I'm not even finished with it. Like, I don't even have the DLC for it, but I'm not even done with the base game. But granted, I haven't played it as much as I used to. Final Fantasy 14 has taken over my life again, but I would love to play Callisto Protocol again and Ghost of Tsushima. They are one of my two favorite games that have come out recently, especially. I know I have to get the new Dead Space remake coming up here. I've seen it, especially on PS5. It looks amazing. My friend he would not stop talking about it when it was coming out and when he started playing it. I'm pretty sure he's already beaten the game. But I am gonna probably get that in the near future. Games that I'm also gonna be getting, of course, Armored Core. When I saw that at the Game Awards, I was ecstatic. Armored Core is one of my favorite franchises, and I'm so excited that they're finally making a new one. So as soon as that comes out, obviously I'm gonna be playing it. There's no doubt about that. My music taste is a bit all over the place. Some of it's from, of course, the Edge Runners anime on Netflix for Cyberpunk. That was great. I loved it. It was such a good portrayal of Cyberpunk that I wanted to play it again. I think that was one of the main reactions people had, was they played the game again after they watched the anime. Of course, Hollow Hunger from Overlord. Love that song. I love most of the openings to Overlord too. Like Myth and Royd, especially, that band is one of my favorite bands for openings. They do amazing, just amazing music, honestly. Of course, Stranger I Remain and Devil Trigger. Love them. Both great games, but I just love the music. And then Blood is from Hades. It's one of the songs that plays kind of at the ending. When you get to the credits, it's amazing, and I highly recommend you guys check out In the Blood. It's a great music. Great music from the soundtrack for Hades. Last two is Oblivion and Closing in the Distance. Both songs from Final Fantasy 14. Will not lie about that. Oblivion is Shiva's theme, and I absolutely love Shiva. She is one of my favorite primal bosses to fight, and just one of my favorite characters in general. To the point, I actually have a little minion in the game that I've had as my main minion for almost, I would say, 5 years. I don't change the minion often, like at all. And obviously I'm gonna be streaming Final Fantasy 14 because, one, I can still play the music. I just actually have to have the gameplay in the background. I read the terms and conditions. I know this. And Closing the Distance. Most people won't find about Closing the Distance until I believe it's the Stormblood and then Endwalker area where it's mostly seen. Or it could just be Endwalker, I'm not sure, but it is an amazing song that really hits hard in certain scenes of Endwalker, I will admit. I do wish I I streamed a bit of Endwalker before my debut, or just in general, but I wanted to finish it and get to like patch content. It's been a while since I even finished Stormblood, and I just have been putting off Endwalker. So I just finished it not too long ago, actually. Okay. Super big thanks to these dorks, especially, well, both of them especially. Aki Suds is the one that has actually drawn the little PNG tuber I'm using currently, and the little one at the beginning, the full body one, that was more just a sketch. I don't have a proper full body for this character yet. Kohi doesn't really have a Twitter anymore or anything like that, but I also couldn't find like a proper picture, so I just put a Starbucks cup. They will find it funny if they watch this. I will not elaborate more, but they were the one that drew the little chibi version, and then the one with all the sticky notes years back. Like the sticky notes probably like 2 years ago. The little dragon one about a year ago. I love their art style. I love both the art styles, but I do enjoy Kohi's art style quite a bit. It's just that they haven't been doing very much art lately, so I don't have very much for myself to show. But they are my pretty much main artist to go to right now. I can't say how much I honestly thank them for helping me out with this, especially with just helping with character design or just anything really in the regards of anything that requires talking. They are such fun people to talk to, honestly. And I can't thank them enough for helping me out as much as they've done with my streaming career, and especially coming up now since I'm going to get back into streaming on YouTube mainly. I am going to be probably talking to them a lot more. I'm pretty sure that's actually the end of my slides. Yeah, that's okay. We don't need to see that. We don't need to see that. No. I didn't expect this to be a long stream, really. I really just wanted to get back into talking more and explaining myself and my character, kind of. Obviously you're going to learn about this character a bit more in the future as the time goes on. There are plans for others to join streaming, so there might be somewhat of a group coming up here in, I wouldn't say the near future, but in the future there will be more people joining me. So I'm not just a solo streamer like I mainly was. I'm going to have more friends to play with. There's going to be quite a bit different content than just me talking by myself playing Minecraft. I'm trying to do different things instead of mainly gaming content. I do want to have more like podcast-esque stuff coming up here in the future, or just kind of discussion stuff, because I talk a lot in my spare time. I do. I haven't talked this much without drinking water. Give me a second. In a while. But I'm happy to get back into streaming. I'm happy to get back into what I enjoyed, and very happy to show off what my PC could do. I built the thing for streaming and I stopped for 2 years. Again, going back to, if you watched my content when I was streaming on Twitch or for my friends or anything like that, and I'm gonna tell you guys now, I have a lot of stuff that actually helps with streaming. Like I have a capture card so I can play console stuff. I can do probably phone stuff once I get the proper wire for it. I can probably do some gacha games, since my phone really only has gacha games at this point. The main ones I really play, of course, are Fate Grand Order, Dokkan Battle, and then Bleach Brave Souls. Those are like the main three that I've had accounts for years. I started playing Dokkan Battle back in high school, similar with Bleach and Fate Grand Order. Like, my Fate Grand Order account is actually when they released the NA servers. I have one of the NA accounts, like one of the first ones. It's not much of a big deal now, considering you can actually get the servant that they gave out to the pretty much NA release accounts. You can get her, but I am proud to say that I have that account for as long as I did. It's not as impressive as others because I've been very on and off about it, because it's a phone game and I don't want to spend too much money because it's also a gacha game. I will not lie, I've had a small addiction with gacha games in the past. But yeah, once I figure that out, I'm able to play all my games on my phone. I can do, like, I have my Switch and PlayStation. I can do those type of things. Of course, obviously Ghost of Tsushima is a PlayStation exclusive, so I will be trying to play that again. I'll probably start from the beginning because I am pretty far in the story, and I would probably like to start over again if I'm streaming it. But yeah, it wasn't gonna be a long stream, but it has gone on for almost 50 minutes, way longer than I expected. It was supposed to just be a quick introduction and everything, but I'm glad how it turned out. I'm glad I'm able to talk this much still, and probably explain a few more things in the near future if possible. Again, thank you for watching my debut stream. I'm so happy to be back, and I'm looking forward to getting back and creating content that people will like, that I can share with people. And I'm glad that I'm going to be able to play with other people that want to do the same thing as I do, as either a hobby or an actual job, if they're able to get to that point. Again, thank you for watching my debut. It was kind of janky, but I figured it out at the end. I'm using a lot of new stuff that I haven't used in my streams, so it is kind of somewhat new to me, but I'm okay. I'm glad that I learned how to fix everything in the end, so it went a bit more smoothly. Once again, thank you, and thank you for watching. Honestly, goodbye, guys.